this, what would that be? I believe it's a stick that you can mix the ink paste with. No, this is another accessory I bought for scooping water like this. So you can add water to your ink if it's a little too thick. Okay, so that's the little copper spoon. It's got a nice design at the back. It's a Rui. Second item, let's see, what would this be? Maybe another accessory I bought. Yes, this is an ink stick. So it's a little small, but I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. Panda, 熊猫 panda, 2 pandas. So this is the ink stick. And the third one I have here, I think this is the ink paste. Let's see. Yes, this is the cinnabar ink paste. It's pretty squishy. You can see, I'll test it out in a bit. And that's it. That is it. This is the old ink paste, and I'm gonna change it out to this new ink paste I bought. And why is that? It's because the new ink paste is much better quality. You can see the hairs in there are much more fine. They use like plant fibers in here. So this is no good. I'm just gonna put it aside. Maybe on this over here. And then wrap it up and it goes away because I cannot make a good stamp with this. So the hairs need to be very fine to make a good ink paste. That's why you want to buy it from a reputable brand. Okay, so that's it. This is going. Like, I can't make a good stamp with this. And the stamp that I made before, there's a lot of like areas of white that cannot get in touch with the ink paste because the ink paste is so coarse. And with this new ink that I have here, I'm going to put it into this container I have. So you want to use like these types of sticks, but they cannot be made of steel. Otherwise the quality of the ink paste will change. Okay, so first I'm gonna clean up my current container a little bit. Okay, paper towel. Just gonna wipe the inside a few times. Oops, got some on my finger. So don't eat food with this because this is actual cinnabar, which is HGS, I believe, and mercury is not something you want to ingest. Okay, it's pretty clean. I'm gonna do it one more time. Okay, now that's clean. Ready for the new ink paste. Okay, I'm just throwing that away. Now let's open this. Oh, looks like it needs some scissors, which I happen to have right here. So usually they come in 30 grams, and I got this bigger bag, which is 60 grams. Okay, this is not gonna be clean. It's gonna be pretty messy. Just bear with me. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna try and get most of this into the container I have. Just watch me struggle. Okay. Alright, that's the majority of it. Now I just have to scrape the other parts a little bit, and I'm not gonna show you, it's gonna be boring, so I'm gonna speed it up. Okay, I got most of that in there, and also I got some on my hands. So good thing this is a one-time thing. This ink paste should last me more than a year, unless I make stamps on my paintings 10 times a day, 365 days a year. Alright, so what you want to do when you get a new ink paste is you want to mix it up like this, but I believe it's already been well mixed. But what you want to do is you want to mix it up in a clockwise direction so it's even. Very viscous. This is like some kind of Newtonian fluid, I think, almost. Alright, so once you do that, you want to make a little clump in the center. Oops, got some on the edge again. This way, you can make a really nice stamp. Seal. Okay, this is going all over the place. Alright, that's good enough. That's pretty spherical, I would say. Mostly in the center. Okay, this is not cooperating, but that's it. So what you want to do is you take a stamp. So I have one here. This is Mortran. Okay, you dab it in the center. So your container must be quite a bit bigger than the stamp you have. Otherwise, the stamp stone, the stone edges may get chipped if you bash down and it hits the edge of the container, because a lot of containers are actually ceramic. Okay, so you do it a few times like this, evenly, applying gentle pressure, so on the side it would look like this. So you want to get it on every side. So, okay, and then you want to examine it. Is it even? So I see that I didn't get that edge very well because I didn't pat it evenly enough. Okay, that's good. Now I think it's got to the edge for sure. Just going to do it one more time to be safe. You don't want it to be overly pasty because then it'll make a blob. Alright, we're going to test it out. I have a page of my work here. A bunch of chrysanthemums in different stages of blooming. And what you want to do is you want to take an ink pad or something like this. I'm using a silicone pad to put on the bottom, otherwise it won't make a good stamp. So usually you do it on the bottom left edge for your name. And this is what is called a white outline, so the words are white. And then make sure this is oriented in the correct direction. I have had instances where it actually stamped upside down, so that would be ruining the artwork. Unless somebody likes that, then of course that's no problem. Press down with an even pressure. And then press down firmly, and then just give it a little wiggle, but do not rock side to side because the side of the stamp may have ink and it may go over the area of the stamp, and you don't want that. Okay, I'm just gonna lift up, and you can see that it's quite evenly distributed, but there's still some colors here that are not filled in, so I'm gonna test this stamp one more time. Got a second chrysanthemum drawing here that I finished. Here we go. I'm gonna put a stamp right here. Even pressure, press down. Make sure it's evenly distributed. Oops. Alright, that was perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. You can see the red parts are all filled in. Like 99% of it. Compared to the first ink paste that I had, way better. And you can even see the oil they use is kind of low quality, like the oil seeped to the side of the stamp seal. There's a side-to-side comparison.